Students, in this video we shall be learning about the concepts of glycolipids and gangliosides. So now first of all start with the topic of glycolipids. What are glycolipids or glycosphingolipids? These are widely distributed in every tissue of the body, particularly nervous tissue such as brain. So glycolipids, they are mainly found in brain or the nervous tissue. To be more specific, it's the nervous tissue. They occur predominantly in the outer leaflet of plasma membrane, hence contributing to the cell surface carbohydrates. Like phospholipids, glycolipids are composed of hydrophobic region containing two long hydrocarbon tails. So what is their composition? They will be containing two long hydrocarbon tails and one polar region that contains one or more sugar residues. That contains one or more sugar residues and there will be no phosphate present. So students, phosphate groups are completely absent. There will be no phosphate group. There will be no phosphate group. It will be totally absent. Also known as cerebrosides, the components of which include high molecular weight fatty acids, sphingosine, and either glucose or galactose, but no choline or phosphoric acid. So in this, we come across a new term known as cerebrosides. So what are these cerebrosides? So these cerebrosides will be containing high molecular weight fatty acid, one high molecular weight fatty acid, along with sphingosine, one molecule of sphingosine, which will be acting as an alcohol backbone, and either a glucose or a galactose, either a glucose or galactose molecule, but it does not contain any choline or phosphoric acid. So there is no choline or phosphoric acid. So there is a complete absence of choline and phosphoric acid. They will be not present in this, otherwise they are present in phospholipids or glycophospholipids. Now let us draw the structure for galactosylceramide. We shall be understanding the structure of these glycolipids or glycosphingolipids with the help of the structure of galactosylceramide. Now we shall be drawing the structure for galactosylceramide. Now first of all, let us draw the structure for a sphingosine. By drawing the structure of sphingosine, it will be clear to us. CH3, CH2 12 times, then CH, double bond CH, again CH. To this CH, OH is present, then one CH and then NH. to this CH, a methyl CH2 group is attached. Now this is a structure for sphingosine. To the structure of sphingosine, we will be attaching one long chain fatty acid. So we had already written it will be containing a high molecular weight fatty acids. So this is the structure for a high molecular weight fatty acid known as cerebronic acid. This is the structure for a fatty acid known as cerebronic acid. This blue colored molecule is our sphingosine. This is our sphingosine, the blue colored compound. Now to this sphingosine, we will be attaching one galactose molecule. To the CH2 group below, we will be attaching one galactose molecule. So how this will be attached? Now first of all, let us draw the structure for a galactose molecule. So this green colored structure is for our galactose molecule. So this green colored structure is for our galactose molecule. So I hope the structure is clear to you now. This is the structure for galactosyl ceramide here. It is containing a sphingosine molecule. Just see here. It is one sphingosine molecule. This is all the sphingosine molecule here. Then it is also containing one fatty acid molecule. This fatty acid molecule is represented here with the green color, known as cerebronic acid, and then a galactose molecule here with the green color. This is our galactose molecule, so the total structure represents the galactosyl ceramide. Another topic of importance along with the glycolipids is known as gangliosides. Now, what are these gangliosides? A small topic yet very important. What are these gangliosides? The gangliosides are the complex glycosphingolipids derivatives of glucosyl ceramide that contains in addition one or more molecules of sialic acid. So in addition to the glycosphingolipids, here we can write, in addition to glycosphingolipids, they will be containing one or two extra molecules of sialic acid. Sialic acid, also known as neuraminic acid, These are present in high amounts in nervous tissues. The simplest ganglioside found in the tissues is GM3. So there is an example of GM3. Now this is an example of GM3 ganglioside composed of ceramide, glucose and a galactose molecules plus one molecule of neuraminic acid known as GM3 or ganglioside monocyl containing species. Now let us simply draw the structure. We will be having one this is the structure for GM3. A ceramide molecule. I am just writing the names. You can draw because you all know the structure of this. To this ceramide, one glucose is attached. To this glucose, we can attach one molecule of galactose. One molecule of galactose is attached. Now to this galactose, a neuraminic acid is attached. Now to this galactose, we can also attach one acetyl galactosamine and a galactose to it again. So this galactose will be having N-acetyl galactosamine attached. N-acetyl galactosamine, and to this N-acetyl galactosamine, one galactose molecule is attached. A galactose molecule will be attached. So this is a very complex structure of GM3. I hope the topic of gangliosides is also clear to you. This is a simple structure of ganglioside. So they are mainly containing one neuraminic acid in addition to the glucoceramide or glycosphingolipids. So students, it is all about the glycosphingolipids and gangliosides. I hope these structures are clear to you. In our next class, we shall be studying more about the steroids, their biological importance, and an important type of steroid known as cholesterol.